Lord, we praise you today. I pray that you would just help us at this point to just set everything aside. That we would just focus on you and your word. Lord, I pray that you would just use me today. Be your son. Lord, we love you. And we praise you. May you see it. This morning, the title of the message is God Leads the Way. Following in the series that we started last week of looking at God is on the move. And that's really the surrounding part of this whole month. Looking at how God is on the move. And He is on the move. And He's got some very, very big plans. The question is for us. Where do we fit into these plans? How are we following His lead? How many of you, as you plan a trip, you like to stay on the highway to get to the destination? How many of you that, as you plan a trip, you got this destination out there, but you like to take the side roads and kind of work your way to explore the country? For me, I go both ways, depending on where it is I'm headed, my final destination. Depending on how quickly we're moving on the highway, or whatever it is. I like to do both. There's times where I want to get to my destination. There's other times where I want to explore everything I can on the way. When Paul and I went on our honeymoon, Paul's mom helped us kind of route out our trip because we went down into West Virginia in the Skyline Mountains and beautiful, beautiful. But Mom was from that area. And so she knew a lot more about that than what we did. And we're traveling down through the mountains and on the Skyline Pass and got to the point where it was kind of boring. I mean, it was gorgeous, but you're just going along and in that area, it was only like 20, 25 miles an hour, and we saw this little exit ramp and decided we were going to take it and get off. And you got to realize this is years ago, before GPS, before cell phones, before we had the map, we had the atlas, the book. And so we're just kind of meandering our way, and we came across, I think it was two different things that we found we would never have found had we stayed on the path that Mom had chosen for us. One was Pictured Rock, and it was just gorgeous. No, not Pictured Rock.
Staunton, Virginia.
Yeah, I know that one.
And the other one was the Walt Disney.
Mm-hmm. No, there was that rock that had the water that Ed carved. Anyway, but then the second one that we found that was really stood out in my mind was a farm museum. And what that was they took and went back to the old countries from where all of our ancestors came from. And they went to the country and bought a working farm, dismantled it, and brought it to Staunton and reassembled it. And you got to walk through. And what it was showing how the American farm evolved out of all of the different farms that the countries of the people that they came from. But as we were walking around, we came to the farm that come from Germany. My mom's dad, Sam, was from Germany. My mom's dad's name was Rheinfleisch. As we came through there, we came to this farm that comes from Germany. And it came from Rheinfleisch, Germany. It's just kind of one of those weird, it was spelled different than what my my grandparents' name was, but we know that as people came into the country, a lot of times their name was spelled differently because they just spelled it how they thought it was. But it was really neat. But that's something that we would have never found had we stayed up there on the Skyline Drive where Mom showed us the route for us. Sometimes in life, when we're on this journey with God, we go a different direction than what we thought. And what we thought it should be. We're going to listen again to that song, God is on the Move. And as we're listening to that, I handed you all a maze, and I want you to work through that maze while you're listening to this song.
From darkness to light, anytime temptation comes and someone stands to fight, anytime somebody lives to serve and not be served, I know God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move in many mighty ways. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move today. Anytime in weakness someone falls upon their knees or dares to speak the truth that sets men free, anytime the choice is made to stand upon the word, I know God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move in many mighty ways. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move today. I see a generation standing on the truth in each and every nation. God is on the move. Anytime the gospel stirs a searching soul, and someone says, "Send me, here I go." I know. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move in many mighty ways. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move today. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move in many mighty ways. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move today. I see a generation standing on the truth in each and every nation. God is on the move.
God is on the move. Are we moving with Him? Or are we going off our own direction? If you're still working on your maze, I ask that you just set it aside for right now. Take your Bibles and we'll turn to Exodus chapter 13. God is on the move. God has been on the move with His people for years. But sometimes it's not always a direct path. Exodus chapter 13, starting at verse 17. When Pharaoh let the people go, God did not lead them on the road through Philistine country, though it was short. For God said, if they face war, they might change their minds and return to Egypt. So God led the people around by the desert road toward the Red Sea. The Israelites went up out of Egypt, armed for battle. Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, because Joseph had made the sons of Israel swear an oath that he said, God will surely come to your aid, and then you must carry my bones up with you from this place. After leaving Succoth, they camped at Etham on the edge of the desert. By day, the Lord went ahead with them in a pillar of cloud to guide them on their way. And by night, in a pillar of fire to give them light so that they could travel by day or by night. Neither the pillar nor the cloud by day, neither the pillar of cloud by day nor the pillar of light by night left its place from in front of them. God's leading the way. Are we following? Lord, I pray that as we look at this portion of Scripture, you would speak directly to our hearts as people who are wanting to follow you, are trying, but maybe we've lost sight. Or maybe we get confused because the way is not straight or long. Lord, I pray that you would give us hope and encourage our souls today. Lord, we need you. In your name we pray. Amen. You see, the thing is God never leads the impossible way. It might not seem like it makes sense to us, but if God is leading us to do something, to go this direction, to go that direction, it is not impossible if it's God that's leading. But sometimes we get off and we're headed down this road and we're walking, following the Lord, and all of a sudden, I was missight of the Lord. And I have lost my own direction. That's when it becomes impossible. When I'm taking control back, when I'm the one following me, not God. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't make it through the maze. Yeah, you probably can't see because I had a black pen, but every one of the routes I chose ended up in a dead end. I didn't do very good. There is a way. At least I think there is, because the internet said there was, to get through this maze. If we're following God, we may end up at roadblocks. When we get to one of those roadblocks, we need to examine us. Am I following God? Or am I going my own way? More than likely, we've lost sight of God and are going our way. 3 things about following God and knowing that it is possible to go where He leads us. When we follow God, we may not understand. We might not understand why He's asking us to do this, that, or the other thing. When we follow God, it may be difficult. And in my life experience of following God, I have found that it's often there's times where He calls us to go somewhere away from family, and that's hard. Or He calls us into a very difficult situation, but it's where He wants us. It's hard. But when we follow God, it will never be impossible. God often leads the long way. And when we read that in the first couple of verses that we look at today, he says, when Pharaoh let the people go, God did not lead them on the road through Philistine country, though that was shorter. God intentionally led them the long way. But he goes on to say, for God said, if they face war, they might change their minds and return to Egypt. So God led the people around by the desert road toward the Red Sea. The Israelites went up out of Egypt, armed for battle. See, God often leads the long way. We might ask why. Why is it that God's leading us the long way? I know that's my destination. He's revealed that to me, but why am I going way out there to get there? Why is it taking so long to see God's plan work out? Greg, if you could put up that map that I asked for. This map, you see the red line. That's the trail, that's the journey of the Israelites. All along, their goal was to get from Egypt to the Promised Land. And you see, it would be just a short trip right out up there if they followed the caravan routes. And yet, God took them all through this other, even up there around the Seir Mountains, they did a little loop-de-loop. Why? Well, one, we know because they disobeyed. They didn't do what God instructed them to. But another reason, I believe that sometimes God leads us the wrong way, the long way, not the wrong way. God sometimes leads us the long way because we're not ready. We're not ready to do what it is He's called us to do. We're not ready to go and be what it is He's calling us to be. I know I've shared quite a bit of our experience in going to Bulgaria and how we were detained for several months waiting on our visas to come through. But in retrospect, when I look back on that time period, I realized that God was training us. Giving us the ability to learn things that we wouldn't be able to learn or do once we got to the mission field. One of the main things was remodeling Dad and Rachel's kitchen for them. Paul and I went to the library, and we checked out videos on how to do it because I'd never remodeled a kitchen before in my life. The very first day that we landed in Bulgaria, we got all situated in our apartment, and we went over to the house that the missionaries used. And I was asked to finish the kitchen. Using the very skills that I had just learned, and I see how God may have been detaining us going. Because I didn't have the ability, I didn't have the skills to do what it was He was asking me to do yet. I really believe that we were detained because we weren't ready. What about us as a church? It seems like we're on a really long road. And it seems like we've taken a lot of curves. Maybe even done a few loop-de-loops. Could it be that we aren't ready yet? We're not ready for what God has called us to. Maybe He's leading us the long way. But no matter what, if we are following God, if we are sure that we are in tune with where He's leading us and doing what it is He's asking us to do, that means we're spending time in prayer, we're spending time in the Word, we're spending time seeking His guidance. And making sure that it's Him that we're listening to and not all the things of the world around us, trying to pull us this way or that way. If we are positive that we're following God, then we have to know that God always leads the right way. Even when it seems like we're way off. If it's Him that we're following and not us, it's the right way. Verse 20 says, after leaving Sodom, they came to Etham on the edge of the desert. By day, the Lord went ahead of them in a pillar of cloud to guide them on their way. And by night, in a pillar of fire to give them light, so that they could travel by day or night. Neither the pillar of cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night, left its place from in front of the people. Are we sure? Are we sure that it's God that we're following? If we are, then we need to trust Him. We need to realize that He never leads the wrong way. He often leads us the long way because we're not ready. But He's always leading us the right way. God led the Israelites by this pillar of fire or cloud. Sometimes I wish we had this visual pillar in front of us that was leading us, that helped us stay on that true path. But guess what? Even though the Israelites had that, they still wandered. You see, it doesn't matter whether it's a visual or not. It comes down to our heart. Our ability to rely on God. Following Him, trusting Him. Are we in tune with Him today? Are we really listening to Him? Or are we listening to all the things of the world? Pulling us this way and that way. Where is it that He's leading us? We may not know what the end goal is yet. A lot of times He reveals to us no more than one step ahead. And I really believe that the reason for that is because we would become like Jonah and run from it. If we saw where God was leading us, it would scare us and make us, it could make us lose focus. Because we could see that end goal, that thing that whatever it is God is calling us to be, to do. And it could scare us so bad that we start focusing on that fear instead of God. some things I want us to come away from today. Following God is never impossible. Sometimes He closes doors and opens others that are totally unexpected. But as we follow Him, we have to realize that sometimes it's a long way for us to get where it is He has planned for us. Sometimes, as we take those steps of obedience, it scares us. And we get distracted by that fear. But what if? What if this? What if that? We have to go back to, are we really into with God? Are we really following Him and seeking Him to, and doing what it is He's asking us to do? Or have a bit sidetracked? See, God has a plan for each of us. He laid it out before we go. Are we doing it? Are we following Him? Or are we running? There's no other choice. There's no other. If we are not doing what God is asking us to do, we are being disobedient and letting ourselves be God. Instead. God always leads the right way. God's way is the stand. Lord, this morning as we listen to your word, and we realize that a lot of times we're on a long road to somewhere. That we may be on that road because of bad choices we've made. And so we're going a long route to get there. Or we might be on that route because you have something else to teach us. That we're not yet prepared to do what it is you want us to do. Or sometimes it seems like we as a church are just spinning our wheels and we're not moving at all. And yet we're seeking you, we're doing our best to follow you, we have to trust you. And believe that you have a plan. Lord, I don't know what next year's going to look like. I don't know what the next month or the next week's going to look like. But I know that as long as we keep our eye on you and are sure that we are following you, that no matter where it is you lead, it will be the right way. Lord, I pray it would become the cry of each of our hearts, that we would seek you, that we would follow you for every step. Lord, we love you, we praise you, we give you all the glory this morning.